Hello and welcome to What's Next. I'm your host Matt Brading and this is our last show for this semester. We will be coming back in January, but for now, this is it. Today we're going to be doing a special show on festivals and how you can get your film, music and games out there into the real world. Later on, I'll be talking to people from Stafford FM and L.O.S.T, but before that, we have our review section.
Hello, I'm Dale.
And I'm Rob.
And we're here to update you on all the new films, music and games for this year. Who out there likes Alfred Hitchcock films? Well, personally, I love them. And when I heard about the new film Hitchcock, I almost fell off my chair. The new film Hitchcock is all about the making of the amazing film Psycho and about the relationship between the actors and the director. It is also about the relationship between Hitch and his beloved wife, Alma. The film stars Academy Award winners Anthony Hopkins as Hitchcock himself and Helen Mirren as his wife, Alma. Personally, I could not think of two actors who fit the roles better than these two.
Also in the music world, Bruno Mars has dropped one level down from number one with his song Locks Out of Heaven, which was in the charts. It has now been overtaken with the one and only Ollie Murs and his song Troublemaker. Although I think we will be hearing a lot from Bruno Mars soon with his new album Unorthodox Jukebox coming out in mid-December. Bruno Mars will see performing his new single on the results show of The X Factor, along with Rihanna and her new song Diamonds. Rihanna gave a stunning performance when she was rained on during her acts. Keisha has also reached the charts, but again by being number 6 in the iTunes Music Store with her song Die Young.
Also, for all you Spider-Man fans, the new film The Amazing Spider-Man is now available for digital download from the iTunes Store. This is something they have been doing recently by allowing people to purchase a digital copy of the film before it is released. That's it for the review section. Now it's over to the sofa for this week's topical news section.
Okay, so we are now going to do the news. Hi guys.
Hi.
So once again, we've got the table of topics and I'm going to start. This week they're festival themed.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is about the London Games Festival, which I think happened last month. It's like a month-long event in London where it's all about games.
Okay.
And as part of that, they were selling off artwork on eBay, like concept art from various video games. You can still buy them because they're still doing bids now. So you can get concept art for stuff like Tomb Raider, Sonic, Fable 3, Batman Arkham City, Grid, Dishonored, Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh.
So there's all that sort of stuff.
I'll have to have a look at the prices because I think I definitely would be interested in purchasing some.
Yeah, they look really awesome.
I saw the Metal Gear Solid 4 one. Well, one of them where basically parts of it shows Snake and then parts of his body is like falling apart, like into different objects, which I thought was really
it looks
well
awesome.
made.
That would do, yeah.
But it's going to charity for...
It's called Special Effects, I think, is the charity. And it's all about giving kids who don't have such a great life, access to video games is one of the things that they do.
Well, that's great for them, of course.
I saw an ad for Special Effects online. I was looking up about it, and it was just some people take it for granted playing computer games, and it's a bit of a difficulty for some people. So they've been helping people making them able to play specific games, and I think that's really helpful for them and really beneficial.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You're still able to buy them online. I got the link. Oh, I don't have the link. That's a different card. That's the magic. LondonGamesArt.com has got all those on it. And if you've got a lot of cash to spend it on that. All right, Dale. Yep. You ready?
I'm going for it.
Nice catch.
Every time. Okay, so smaller music festivals struggling to survive in 2012. In 2012, Sonisphere, Block 2012 and Creamfields on its last day was cancelled. Glastonbury sold in 2 hours. Why is this?
Well, I think the thing with Glastonbury, it's got this heritage. It's always. I think a lot of people know about the story about how it started and how it was such a small music festival and how it's grown to something really, really big. Yeah. And I think the fact that it was cancelled because of the Olympics, although you can understand it, it was a huge disappointment to a lot of fans who were just used to going to the festival on a regular basis.
Yeah. There were areas like Creamfields was cancelled because of flooding, I believe, because you live
Yeah,
quite
I
close
live
to
right next to it, so I know all about it.
I
think,
bet it was your fault, wasn't it? Right?
yes, it was my fault.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But
Him
yeah,
there with a hose.
I think it's a bit like a lot of things. It's tough for the small guy to stay,
Yeah.
like to use the old-fashioned ways of getting out there, like festivals. Anyway, we're going to move on now. Rob, you ready?
Okay. First time everyone's caught it this week. So this is about the BVE North. It had its largest visiting numbers ever. It featured exhibitors from BBC, ITV, and Fremantle Media, and many more. So what were the show's highlights?
Now, it was Staffordshire University's Film and Animation Society planned a trip up to BVU North. I think it was about a month ago, and I believe you went to it.
Yeah,
didn't you?
I went to it. It was great for me because as a first year student, it was great to just talk to all these people who were just in the industry, and I could get that insight really early, as I'm learning about films. I mean, they were talking about there was someone from the BBC in the production theatre, and he was talking about how 3D TV, they think it came in a bit too early. Yeah. Because they were only just upgrading from a HD TV, and now because of everybody wants to change to 3D, it's not great in terms of getting that transition perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, it's an interesting festival because there's the tech, but you can also meet the industry experts. Yeah. Anyway, thanks, guys. That's all we've got time for the news. So we are now going to have our technical review for this week by these two.
The internet is changing a huge amount for the film, music and games industries. As we discussed in this last special episode, there are many new ways for people to share their creations online. However, there are now also possibilities that festivals can exist online and spread people from across the world. For example, the Tribeca Film Festival has now started a new project called, surprisingly, the Tribeca Online Film Festival for those who can't make it to a main festival. This has been set up so that people can participate in the festival almost the same way as if they were there.
They can watch selected films in the screening room, though this is restricted to US viewers. They can watch live events as they occur, and they can watch highlights of the festival. Viewers can also vote on the films they watch, and there are 3 awards up for grabs: Best Online Feature, Best Online Short, and Popular Pick. Whilst this is great for viewing the films, it does miss out on one of the main points of the festival: getting to meet and talk to people from the industry. This is particularly bad issue for most independent filmmakers, as festivals are one of the biggest times for film deals to be made, and if you're not there, you won't be able to sell your film. Maybe in future it will be possible to get the full festival experience online using a combination of social media services, but for now the best way is still to go in person.
Next on the show, Matt will be interviewing Eric from Stafford FM and L.O.S.T.
Okay, so I'm now joined in the studio for my guests from this week. Why don't you start by introducing yourself, guys?
I'm Eric Furze from Stafford FM.
Okay.
Sean from L.O.S.T and Damien from L.O.S.T.
Okay, that's cool. And so Eric, you're from Stafford FM, but how have you got involved with festivals?
Well, what we do as a station and what I do personally is try and elevate small bands onto a larger stage. I do a radio show on Stafford FM which produces all local music, and then we just try and elevate it from there. They start with small gigs, bigger stage each time, they just get better and better, and this is how I got introduced to L.O.S.T.
Okay, that's cool. And so you've been planning these festivals, and how do you find they go sort of in the local area?
This year's been pretty poor, mainly because of the weather, but
Sure.
also there's so many festivals around the UK now, you know, everyone's got a festival in the back garden, if you like, you know, but which proves that it is very popular, and it gives even smaller bands the chance to get onto a bigger stage, so it's all good, it's all, you know, underground working upwards.
Because I guess there's that two sides to festivals, is that like, if there's too many, then it's difficult for the festival, but by there being more, it makes it easy for the bands, I guess.
Yeah, it's easier access for the bands, but like I say, the audience is spread thinner, the audience got a lot more choice nowadays, as they have with bands, and I think bands have a lot more choice as well, so it's a win-win situation for the bands anyway.
Okay, so guys, how do you find the festival experience?
Festival experience, I love going to festivals for one.
Yeah.
But it's even better to play festivals. I mean, we've played a few, mainly charity stuff at the minute. We've done some stuff for Stafford FM as well, festival-wise, and I think, other than the fact at a festival you're guaranteed to be playing to a lot wider range of people who like different kinds of music, but once you're playing to a bigger audience, you get that feel for music, really. I mean, same with going to festivals. You can watch such a variety of music now in one place on one day, a bunch of days. It's a really good way to distribute and listen to music.
Okay, that's cool. Just sorry for the audience, by the way, we seem to be having some sound issues, but if you bear with us, it'll be fine. Anyway, so like how? So do you think that festivals are the best way for sort of new bands to promote themselves?
It's a means to an end, really. I mean, they promote themselves by doing the local gigs and just getting the name out there.
Yeah.
And then the festival, I suppose, as I say, is a means to an end, because then they're on the stage and they have got a lot bigger audience for them to project themselves to. So, you know, some might like them, some might not.
Yeah.
But you've got 100 people as opposed to 20 people watching.
Sure.
So, you know, percentage-wise, yeah, it is the best way forward for them.
Yeah, and I guess like as opposed to when they put their music up on the internet and whoever looks for it will get it. Like here, they get a chance to give it to people who might not necessarily have looked for it in the first place.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying.
It's all a great opportunity for them. I mean, the internet's fantastic for them. I mean, YouTube, I think, doesn't do some bands justice.
Yeah.
But it might just create a little bit of interest, and they might go to the festival, and if they pick on one song, like the song they'll be doing later, you know, is a catchy song, and they'll remember it, you know, and they'll think, oh, I saw it on YouTube, I've seen the band, I do like it, I will buy the stuff. So, yeah, it is all good for them.
Okay, and what other festivals have you got planned at the moment?
None for this year,
yeah,
thankfully, because it's November. But obviously next year we've got the Stafford Music Festival, which is in May, which is 2 weeks. Not just rock music, it's all types of music. It's in churches, it's in stuff. Then we've got the Stafford Castle Festival, which is at the end of the Shakespeare Festival. So there's a lot going on locally, but obviously nationally there's V, which is fairly local, I suppose. And that's the sort of thing that I think L.O.S.T should be aiming at. And they'll get there by doing the small festivals, working their way up.
Okay, well thanks guys. Sorry I didn't get a chance to talk to you because of the mic issues. We will be watching a performance from the L.O.S.T guys a little later in the show. We'll be having our first live band, so it's going to be cool this week. Sound guys are doing well. But we are now going to have our behind the scenes section.
So, the big news from Staffs TV this week is about Nastavision. If you were watching the show a few weeks ago, you will have known that we announced that we would be hosting Nastavision, a Eurovision-style show featuring bands from universities across the country.
As well as hosting the competition, along with Sonar TV, we want to find a band to enter it. We'll be looking for a band based here at Staffs Uni who can perform an original song. If you are interested in getting involved, which you should be, we will be hosting auditions for it on the 14th of January 2013.
If you want to come along, then simply like the Staffs TV page on Facebook, and we will be posting all the information you will need to know on there in the coming weeks.
In the meantime, here is an outside documentary with James Fair and then a live performance from our guest band, L.O.S.T.
Raindance is an organisation that was set up in the early 90s in order to sort of support independent filmmakers in the various different things that they do. Originally it was set up as a festival, so it's a platform for indie filmmakers to screen their work.
We have so many fantastic films and filmmakers, so many people have come to the screening tonight, and it is Raindance, which means there's no VIP or press area. It's a free-for-all, and it's so great to see so many people here celebrating independent film.
By that they were looking for people that had their first film made without any support of a studio. So filmmakers actually had a route to get to an audience without having any of the apparatus of distribution or cinema or anything like that. And the festival was looking to showcase work to a larger audience in order to give people their first step onto the market. The trick with film festivals is just to enjoy yourself, take a ton of business cards, just make sure that you're prepared to spot opportunities. And so you need to have your idea for your next film ready to just tell someone around the business table or in the bar, and you need to be able to make sure that you're approachable and enjoying yourself. They're quite stressful events, but they're also incredibly good for getting lots of business done very, very quickly. Lots of people go there never normally get a chance to actually see in their offices. So you're kind of catching them outside of their usual environment, which means that you can get a lot further than you would do if you were just trying to send emails and things like that.
Going down, you're gonna burn. Now there's no way back, no way out. If you're gonna scream, let it scream loud. 'Cause you're falling down the rail and it's only now you realize all the things you said to you, they've all been messed up lies. Time to bring me back to you, and this is what I said. All the things I said before were to get you out my head. Try to make amends for what I've done. Played your games, they've been no fun. No, there's no way back, no way out. If you're gonna scream, let it scream loud. 'Cause you're falling down to hell and it's only now you realize all the things I said to you, they've all been messed up lies. Time to bring me back to you, and this is what I said. All the things I said before were to get you out my head. But you're falling down to hell, and it's only now you realize all the things I said to you, they've all been messed up lies.